Hey everybody. My people wish I knew when I first started YouTube that have taken me like 8 years to figure out. So the first one, Fisted, how are you doing? Shadow 7X. Hey guys. As much as you learn, there is that much more to learn. It's kind of weird with YouTube. I really thought that once you really got going, that you'd reach a learning point and you'd be done. But it seems like I learned this much, but then there's this much more I need to learn. I learned that much, and it just keeps going up and up. And so, as much as you learn, and the really big YouTubers make it look really really easy, and I kind of got absorbed in that. And so, as much as you learn, the more there is to learn. So that's the number one. So to answer your question, I don't know where they are. They avoid me. It's awesome. Yes, please like the live stream. It helps me out. Number two, you will not make everybody happy by doing YouTube. It's really interesting, but there's a lot of people out there who just don't like you for whatever reason, and success breeds haters. So the bigger you get, the worse you'll get. You got to have a thick skin. It daily I get a comment that's like, "Oh, I hate your voice. I hate your face. I'd shoot you in the face if I got a chance." And I'm like, "Well, join a paintball team and I'll see you out there." So just remember that you can't make everybody happy, and you're not going to. So stop trying. 8 years. I've been doing it for 8 years. Thank you, Chase. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's one of my least proud moments. Interestingly enough, my biggest videos are also my least favorite videos. So, um, and I don't know why that is. I have a paintball video that was one of my first big videos that I wasn't a fan of. Well, I appreciate the subscription, Sugar Rush. I'm changing the way I do things, so hopefully you'll still stay subscribed. We'd like to see you stay, but I don't plan to ever lose my temper like that again. So I let people get to me, and I don't like that, so I'm not going to. Number four, people will question your message. Interestingly enough, the combined intellect of your subscriber base will far succeed your own. So if you make a mistake, they will absolutely hammer you to the wall. I've never been incarcerated. I'm too cute. Hey, Rover, USS over. So again, you want to make sure that your message is legit. I live in Utah. Yes, Jeff Jordan, there's a shout out. Sub to Jeff Jordan, everybody. I live in Utah. And so make sure your message is legit, because if you have a mistake, they will absolutely exploit it and call you on it. And so you just need to make sure you're giving the right message. Number five, when you get bigger, when I first started this, it was just for fun. And it will turn into a real job. It very quickly. No, I went to jail in a small town once for a fight at a softball game, and I wouldn't really count that. I knew the chief of police, and I spent like 3 days in jail, but not like real prison hardcore stuff. I try to keep my nose clean. I'm actually a really friendly guy. I don't fight anybody I don't have to. You know. I thought it was pretty good, Jeff. I thought it was pretty good. It was a good video. Everybody go check out Jeff Jordan's channel. He's a good kid. Thank you. I appreciate that, Robert Deppa. Well, supposedly, but I haven't been getting any money, so I don't know. Ever since YouTube redid after they punished all the little people for Paul Logan, they're almost impossible to get a hold of. I'm convinced I'll ever get paid. So if you're not doing this for fun, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Because even in fun, though, it turns into a real job. Like, we just did a video today where we were jumping off the dock and trying to land on a paddleboard. And between the iPhone, the GoPro, the drone, there's like probably 60 minutes of footage that's going to end up being like an 8-minute video. So, I mean, you're talking a couple hours of fun and then like 4 or 5 hours of editing. So supposedly you can. I'm not really making any money from YouTube right now, but a lot of people do. So hopefully someday, right? So on that note, be real, be yourself. I appreciate you subscribing, DA. I'm not getting paid. Be real, be who you are, because they will see right through it if you're not. And you want people that like you for you and not who the character you're trying to play. Thanks, Sugar Rush. I appreciate it. Erica, how are you? Yeah, give me a like if you are on this live stream. It helps me out because the haters are going to come afterwards and give me the dislikes. I've got like 2 or 3 guys that watch like every video just to say something negative and then put a dislike on my video. So any likes you can give me is greatly appreciated. No, but we have been, so I've been for the past like 3 weeks just busting this house out, painting. So I've had both, and right now I prefer my iPhone, but I do miss the SD card in my Androids. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Trying to be a positive message. On that note, number 7, you will never be perfect. All these guys out there that do this full time, that have teams of people working on their editing and taking their footage, and they're big YouTubers, they still make mistakes. They glitch on editing, they miss cuts, they miss shots, they make mistakes. And so what's more important is that the intent of your message, not the perfection of your editing. So you're going to make mistakes, so you should just, do it for fun. Do the best you can, and don't sweat the small stuff because nobody else will either. Hey, Julian, how you doing, buddy? It's true, Sugar. It's true. No one's perfect, and you'll never be perfect. And the harder that you work, the better your videos will be, but even then, you're still going to have mistakes. My favorite food is Chinese food. I like Chinese food. But only slightly more than like every other type of food I really like to eat. So I've been running a lot lately, trying to get back into shape, race shape, and so I've had to be careful. Derek, Jones have to get vid of Georgie asking for her treat after her dinner. Okay, cool. Cool. Rover, USS Rover, great guy. Go ahead and subscribe to him if you want to help him out. I appreciate it. The other thing, people are always like, yeah, what? You're going. Yep. You know what? Just down with the haters. Down with the haters. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I have a bunch of haters that no matter what. And when you get big, you're going to have them too. They're just miserable, unhappy people that, I mean, I get 2 or 3 messages, usually in the middle of the night, about what a horrible person I am and how they hope I die and mean stuff about my children, and you just laugh. You're just like, you know what? I'm living rent-free up here in your head, and that makes me happy. So, that's awesome, Jeff. 22, good job. Good job. Number 8, what you have is enough, okay? You think you need all these expensive cameras and all that stuff, and they help, and they're handy to have, but 99% of my video is shot on my iPhone. 99%. So this is all you need. I mean, it helps to have the other stuff. It's great to have a GoPro. It's great to have a drone. They allow you to change the dynamic of your shot. But whatever you have is enough. Yeah, I agree, Rover. You just look at how they react. And positive, negative, they're just along for the ride. Like I said, nothing makes me happier when I'm living up in somebody's head rent-free. If you don't like me and you're thinking about me every day, hey, Unicorn! I would love to have 1 million subscribers, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Alright, little Joker, we're going to ban you because we don't need that kind of talk here. Goodbye. You are gone. I won't tolerate racism. Sorry. Just not my thing. Goodbye. So, Cole Windsor, can you read my message, please? I just did. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thanks for subbing to Jeff. Sugar Rush. Sorry, I had to take care of one of the haters right there, just coming on trying to spam. You know, if you're going to hate somebody, it should be for a valid reason, not because of their race. I'm sorry. You know, if you're a dick, you're a dick. If you're a good person, you're a good person. It has nothing to do with your skin color at all. So, make it fun for you. Okay? That's number 9. If it isn't fun, you won't enjoy doing it, and you'll have a hard time motivating yourself, and your videos will suffer. So, if you'll notice, my page is somewhat eclectic. It's because I do the things that are fun for me, and so I have a broad diversity of interests, and that's what I do. Oh, he's gone. I already banned him. So the neighbors, ever since they found out about YouTube videos, they've been minding their P's and Q's because they know I'll put them on blast. And I had to. That was the only way I could get through to them. They wouldn't react. The only mistake I made is I should have never lost my temper. But they got to me. I was pretty upset at the time. And I don't like that. So then I may get rid of those videos at some point. I've taken them down a few times. I probably should get rid of them because that's not really what I'm about. Definitely when I move, I'll probably take them down. But I've left them up. When they start acting up again, I put them back up. And it usually calms them right down. Theoretically, but YouTube is really, really slow on monetization right now. You know what? I didn't want to call the cops. The only reason we called the cops, we couldn't get them to turn the radio down or water their dog. So finally we were like, all right, we'll do this the hard way. Number 10. This is the most important one I'll tell anybody with YouTube. This is the thing that took me the longest to accept and learn. Brush off failure. Okay? You're going to spend time, you're going to plan a video, it's going to go great, shots great, footage is great, everything's wonderful, and you'll put it on YouTube and it'll just go, and it'll never do anything. It's a lot like fishing. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit, and there's nothing you can do about it. The algorithm, what people are trying to see. So you just brush it off and you make another video. Not every video is going to be a home run. Not every video is going to be something people like, even if you really like it. So it's important that you just keep swinging away. You're going to strike out, you get back up, you swing again. You strike out, you get back up, you swing again. And eventually you'll hit one over the fence. May not be the one you want, may not be the one you're most proud of, but at some point you will knock one over the fence. So remember, brush off failure. You're going to fail. Accept it. You missed a whole video. Oh, we already got you a bunch of subscribers. Thanks, Cole. It's good to see you, buddy. Unicorn Love is trying not to get subscribers, so I recommend everybody subscribe to her. She has some interesting drama-filled videos. My favorite song? Oh, that's a hard question. I'm really diversified in my music taste. I listen to a lot of old school grunge, a lot of old school rap, rock, classical. I don't even know. I think Bare Naked Ladies, Alice in Chains, that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you buy this house, you could become an internet sensation because if you could have all the involvement with these nut jobs you wanted. It's exhausting to me, and it's cost me things that are far more valuable than my YouTube channel. And so my interaction with these people is at a bare minimum. That being said, I won't hesitate to, take care of what I need to take care of, and I will absolutely put them on YouTube when they start acting like idiots again. But right now, if I pull my camera out, they scatter, and that's exactly what I wanted. And the big fat guy who was acting like Mr. Tough Guy, what you guys got to understand is before that first video, he was the one making the threats, telling me he was going to kick my ass and that kind of stuff. And so the first time I was like, what? The second time I was pissed. I said, let's do this. Let's go right now. Which is probably not the right answer, but my temper was flared, and ever since then, that guy hides from me. He's a coward. He knows I will mud stomp his ass out in 30 seconds if I have to. So they said it was their attorney. And I don't know. I think it was probably their social worker because their kids are messed up. So I don't even know what's going on with that guy. He's never been back. I think he realized that they were crazy idiots and he didn't want anything to do with them. So he's never ever been back. But it's great because after that encounter, the fat guy, he's afraid of me, and with good reason because I think he was creeping around in my yard. I don't know it was him, but I warned him the other night, man. I've got alarms and motion sensors, and if I come out and find you in my yard or in my house, I'm just gonna kill you. I'm not even gonna take a chance. I'm not gonna risk my kids' lives or anybody else's life. So anybody that's causing trouble in the house at 2 a.m., you're asking for it. And I don't want any drama. I don't want any problems. I just want to do my thing. But I will absolutely defend myself to the fullest extent of the law. So, you know, I won't go out and find trouble, but if trouble finds me, I'll finish it. So, which should have been my philosophy the first time. I should have remained calm, but I just lost my temper. And I'm not proud of that because I don't usually lose my temper. So, we'll see what happens. I don't play Fortnite. My boys play Fortnite a lot. Thank you, Unicorn. I think I'm pretty cool. um, we just spent like an hour jumping. That's going to be an upcoming vlog, but it's got a lot of editing ahead of it. I started working on it tonight, and I finally was like, this is going to have to go later. I have a bunch of boxes I need to move. Thanks, Lawrence. I appreciate that. We're making more videos all the time. Trying to make them fun and more positive content than the past. I mean, I can't predict what the neighbors will do. If they act like idiots, of course, we'll film them. But I can't control what they do, and right now they hide from me. They don't like being on YouTube. They don't like the world seeing that they're a bunch of nut jobs, and that's exactly what we wanted. I don't want to deal with them. Yes, I will give a tour of the house when I'm done moving out. Right now, it looks like somebody took an atom bomb, threw it in the living room, and blew it up. There is just stuff. I'm not proud, but behind me, this is moving central. See all these boxes? That's moving central. I'm not proud. I'm just not proud of it, but I have packed for like 3 weeks. I've probably packed 50, 60 boxes. I've taken several loads to the Deseret Industries, which is like the Salvation Army if you're not familiar with the DI. No, nothing, no vandalism on my part. Too cute for jail. Look at these baby blues. I don't want to go to jail. So I don't know how to dab. So no jail. So they are crazy. They're crazy people. And no, to answer your question, I'm not moving because of them. I was actually going to move before them. But when they pissed me off, I was like, I'm not moving. I'll stay here because I'm stubborn, right? I'm a stubborn person. So what I finally determined, though, is I need a bigger house. I need a newer house that needs less work. This house is really old. And it's more for a young guy with a new family that has time to work on the house. I work a lot and I do a lot, and I just don't have the time that is necessary to keep this house up. So I want a newer one that's bigger. I need a new. I have a big shop and it's all packed up right now. I've been in several fist fights in my life. I used to be a brawler, but I'm too old for that. My eyes are shot, so I don't recommend it. How did it start? I asked them to do something about their dog because it was whining and barking all day because they didn't water it. So, thank you, Javi. Yeah, they're nuts. And then when I asked them to do something about their dog, they basically told me to go F myself, and then it went downhill from there because they said I need to take my kids inside because they're afraid their dog will jump the fence and attack my kids. And I said, if your dog jumps the fence and attacks my kids, I'm going to shoot it. And it just went downhill from there. And so I think that guy's used to intimidating people, and I think he's used to getting his way because most people around here are really, really accommodating, super nice people. But I'm not. I grew up in a trailer park. If you call me on, you better be ready to deal it. No, they've avoided me. At first, he was trying to intimidate me, but when he realized I would be all too happy to kick his skull in, that stopped. And unfortunately, I hate to say this because some people believe peace is the only way, and I see their logic. But there are people in this world that if you don't look them in the eye and say, I'm not afraid of you and I'll beat your ass, they'll keep pushing you the rest of your life. And so some people just need to be stood up to, and that's what happened. They don't like the GoPros. They don't like the cameras. That's when. So what was funny is I was filming their dog, and they started sending their kids into the shot so that they could claim I was filming their children. They're total, for good Mormons, which they like to claim to be, they're total liars and propaganda people. They're really scuzzy people. They're really bad people. They're weird. They're weird people. I don't know what they are. They're either polygamist or they're inbred. I don't know. They're weird. They're weird people. Yep, I'm going to do a lot more 3D printing. You know what? I love dogs, but I work so much it wouldn't be fair to the dog because I'm not home enough. Yeah, well, that's basically what I told him. I said, let's go right out here and finish this right now, buddy. Thanks, backup man Kilgore. Have a good day. I'm allergic to cats. I love cats, but I'm allergic to them. So I had a bird. I loved my bird. He got sick. My kids brought an illness home from school, and it killed him like that. I'd had him for 15 years. And no, they're not friends. In fact, the boy who's always staring at me over the fence has tried to cause some trouble with my boys, but I think they had one encounter up at the elementary school and it didn't go well for him. So I coach wrestling, and my boys all know how to wrestle and fight. I don't know. I don't think I'm definitely not the toughest man in the world, but I can hold my own. And if you aren't really talented or a lot bigger than me, you're probably going to get hurt. And same with my boys. They're tough. They're mean little kids. Good kids, but they hold their own. And they're brothers. They will absolutely fight for each other. I've been here for 8 years. A tortoise? How big is your tortoise going to get? No, John. We're getting closer, though. I would say the house is 85% empty. Now I'm just sorting through things. Some stuff I don't want to pack. Some stuff I'm just throwing away. Some stuff I'm giving away. I've got 2 huge storage rooms, and we officially go for sale in like 1 week. So it's going to be quick now. I'm leaving no matter what. The house is going to get sold, and I'm going to go buy a new house so I'm losing like $1,000 a month while I have my shop mothballed. And when the new place, the shop will be more of a focal point of my channel, making stuff and more projects and stuff like that. A Russian tort. Oh, that's interesting. Matilda. Sell this house to a streamer. I don't know. So, you know what? I was on the channel for 8 years. It literally, the last 2 years, I started actually being focused and doing some research on how to grow your channel. And I was very lucky to have a few people help me out. And what I would say that the biggest mistake I have made, and it's just the way I am, is my interests are extremely diversified, right? So on my channel, you'll have sports, you'll have 3D printing, you'll have CNC machining, you'll have working out. And so my channel was more about me than it was an actual topic. So if you have an interest, then specify your channel on that interest. And if you're going to do a channel about yourself, do a channel about yourself. And so in the future, I'll be diversifying. More of my projects will be going to Jones Machine Works. And my other hiking channel is called Explore Utah. And it's because I love to hike and camp and all that kind of stuff. So diversify your channels based on your interest and focus on each topic, because people come to a channel it seems like they want to see one specific subject. Like I literally could make an angry neighbor channel that's all it was and not do anything else, and it would be just fine, because there's a large percentage of people that's all they want to see. They don't want to see the vlogs, they don't want to see the other videos, they want to see angry neighbors. And unfortunately I don't control those, and I don't really want to do anymore, so it's a catch-22. So I have a lot of paint guns. I have some real guns. They're all in a gun safe right now. I've got this. This is my tournament gun. It's going to Pittsburgh in like a week and a half. Yep, Explore Utah. That's my hiking channel. So it's one I enjoy. Well, sign up, Unicorn. Go ahead and subscribe. Go Search Explore Utah. So if you go into your account, you go to Creator Studio, you can go into settings and you can create another page based on your same account. Thank you, I appreciate it. There's some tutorials on it, and if you're just getting started on YouTube, I would absolutely diversify my channel into one subject at a time. Oh, thanks, Balana Familia. Have a good time. Well, we don't want to punch anybody if we can avoid it. I appreciate it, Mr. Shader. Thanks, Sunshine. Well, you can click. So in my community page, I've shared one of her videos. She's easy to find. She has some neighbor drama. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate that. Hey, Rain. How's it going, buddy? Glad to have you here. It's the first time. I do these open chats like every other day. It's funny. Some people really hate them. Some people really like them. I just like talking to everybody. So if I'm not trying to beat anybody to death. I just like talking to you guys. So I come online and talk about what's going on. So people are like, dude, your vlog's so boring. Your open chats are horrible. I'm like, so you're watching all my videos, but you hate it all. What's that all about? Well, when I become a real YouTuber, I'll let you know. I don't think anybody's a real YouTuber till you're making, enough money to survive, and I'm certainly not. So there'll be a lot more of those. Sturrock can actually suffer from PSTD as well. Thank you, Rain. A last egg grilling video. I don't have a grill. I have a little grill, but I put it in storage. So if you haven't liked my video, please give me a like to counteract the haters that are going to not like this video, because there's some that will not like it. Goulians, how are you? Hey, Mitch Clips, how are you doing? Appreciate it. Give me a like if you guys are liking the videos. It really helps me out. Thanks, I appreciate it. I see it popping up on the screen. So those were my 10 things, and you guys, these videos are actually in my lineup later, so if you want to go back and watch it again, if you missed some of it, you're welcome to see it. I just keep getting asked what I wish what I could share, how I could help new YouTubers, and those are the 10 things that I wish I had known that I do. I coach wrestling, I play softball occasionally in a league, I do a lot of triathlons, bike racing. I'm out of shape right now because I'm coming off of an injury, but I'm actually trying to get back in shape as fast as I can. I've been running a lot, working out. Oh, you know what? Thanks. You might reconsider that when you see today's vlog. I was tossing the boys in the water, and then they would jump to the paddleboard, and I'd pull the paddleboard out of the way. So I don't know if if that's a good dad thing, but we have a lot of fun. I started officially in 2007, but I originally was just using it for like video storage. I didn't know what to do with YouTube. I was like, what is YouTube? So yeah, on my Instagram, there's the video of my son jumping to the paddleboard, and on Facebook, if you go to Derek Jones YouTube and you like the page, there'll be a video of that on there as well. You know what? If I became a big YouTuber, I really think I would focus mostly on just trying to spread a good message and have a good time. My Instagram is Legion, Legion 9999. I will put links up in the description. If you go to some of the older chats, there's links to all those in the description, in the open chats in the bottom. So where the description is, there's links to all my other pages. And so, but anyway, yeah, if I became a big YouTuber, I think I would focus on having fun and, just trying to make my life more exciting and more fun. You know what? I don't know. I haven't seen them. They avoid me like the plague. It's fantastic. It's exactly what I want. They were acting like assholes till I put them on YouTube, and now I don't see them. We've been moving like nonstop for weeks. We're about 85% there. If I got big money in YouTube, what would I do? The 3 things. I would probably put money away for all my kids' college right away. And then I would probably buy some more machine tools, some bigger 3D printers, and I would probably do a lot more eco-friendly modifications to my house. Try to make it a green home and not use any energy. I'm interested in that kind of stuff, alternative energy. I went to engineering school, so I would just dabble in my hobbies with my money. Nope, I'm moving far away. So I'm moving at least probably like 30 minutes in either direction. I actually put some bids in on houses, but one is on the north side of the state, one's on the south side of, or not the state, the Salt Lake area. One's near Ogden. So I love California. It's a nice state. I like to travel. I like everywhere. The only place that I've really regretted going to is I went to Corpus Christi, Texas once, and it was 114 degrees outside when I got off the plane, and I am not designed for hot weather. Like it does not go well. So anywhere above about 100 degrees, I start to die. I'm much happier in the cold weather. So I would probably stay north. I have been to Minnesota. Oh, you need to go to California. I love Michigan. I have not been to South Carolina. South Carolina, I'd like to go. Hey, you know what, John? Get away from the booze. I gave up alcohol a few years ago, and I've never been happier. So, if I made $10 million, I certainly wouldn't spend it on a house. I might spend, I don't know, 500 to 700,000. The rest I'd probably put in a trust or yeah, something like that. I grew up really poor, really, really poor. So I just, at the back of my head, I've always been like, let's put some money away. Let's put some money away. I've never been to New Zealand, but I would love to go. That's awesome, Sunshine. Absolutely. I'd love a 3D printer contest. I'm poor as well. I live 2 hours away from Corpus. Oh, I'm sorry, Fisted. That area is just too hot for me. I understand, John. I understand, buddy. But do your best to get away from it. I've been a lot better. I have been to San Antonio. Yes, I've made a lot of molds. A lot of molds. Never a plastic cup, but that wouldn't be very hard. I've never been to El Paso. I'd love to go to New Zealand. I want to go to that Hobbit village in New Zealand where the Lord of the Rings was made. That interests me. I'm just gonna make you a mod. You are now a moderator, and I think it's permanent. So yeah, I used to make a lot of molds for a place that made vinyl fencing and windows, and so I've made all kinds of. So USS Rover is one of my favorite people, and Fisted, you will be too. And I'm gonna make. So as far as the guys that are mods, the only thing I'm really worried about is racist or hateful messages. So if they're trolls, they can go after me, they can be rude. I really don't care. I don't give a crap, but I won't tolerate any racism or attack on anybody else's. That's really all I'm after. I will check that link out later. Everybody, Rover put a link up for a free 3D printer if you're interested in that. It'd be really fun. Why do I do reactions at all? Are you talking about with the neighbors? I try not to. I lost my temper, and I don't plan on losing it again. It's cost me a lot. So, at the end of the day, we're in control of who we are. We're not in control of what everybody else does, right? I can't control what they do. I can't control how they act, but I can control how I react, and I haven't done a good job of that. Reactions. I'm not even sure. Maybe in the future, Logan. I would go to El Paso in the winter. There's a paintball tournament down there I've almost gone to a couple times. It's not that I hate Texas. I just don't like the heat. So, yep, I try to be positive. Positive person. And that's what I tell everybody. You know what? I can only control who I am. I can't control what they do. And so, I won't put up with any of their shit, but I'm not trying to cause any shit, Yeah, I don't know, man. She's pretty upset with me, and she had a lot of faith in me. She's put a lot of time in me, and she doesn't like when I have a temper. She doesn't like it, and I respect that. Yeah, that's true. I can't. The heat's too much. It was 95 up here today, and that was too much. I was moving in it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, but the water felt great. Like I said, if you check out my Instagram, I let my boys jump, and I'd pull the raft or the paddleboard out of the way. They'd fall in the water. All right, Jevy, have a good one. 80. That's pretty. That 80's all right. I can live in 80. I'm pretty comfortable in the cold weather. That's definitely my bread and butter. In the winter, there'll be a lot of snowboarding videos. That's what I do a lot of snowboarding in the winter. Yeah, we broke up. She was pretty upset with me on the way I handled things with the neighbors, and rightfully so. Um, she don't like my temper, and I don't blame her. I don't like my temper. I try really hard to be a good person, and that reduced me to somebody I don't like to be. So it is what it is. Hopefully we can work things out. I'm not holding my breath. You know, she's a good girl, and she has her legitimate complaints. Thanks, Joanne. I try to be a good guy. I try to be a good father. I try to be a good friend. It's just all you can do is try to be positive, right? You can try to be a good influence on the world, and hopefully things go your way. I really appreciate that, Joanne. So, yeah, no, I almost fell in a river full of gators in Florida. I don't know, man. When you're walking around and there's to make like an ice chest. Well, an ice chest, most of the like an ice chest is vacuum. Well, there's two types. You have a vacuum mold and you have an injection mold, depending on the actual frame. Or you might even have a press mold if it's a steel or aluminum frame. Injection molds are about $75,000 a foot. So where you've got a ice chest that's like 2 by 3 feet, you're talking several like 150 to 200,000. Yeah, well, I don't even know what those people. I do my best just to avoid them. You know what, I've tried to be kind to them. We were really nice to them for a year, but they were always off. They were always just a little bit off, and my I would tell my boys to be nice to their kids and play with their kids, and finally I was just like, you don't have to play with them. They're weird. They're aggressive and they're weird. So it sucks because like I said, we tried to be friendly in the beginning. We tried, and they were not going to have it. Yeah, styrofoam panels and hot glue. I've actually got a solar powered swamp cooler I'm working on, and I'm just using a 5 gallon bucket lined with air conditioning swamp cooler material. And the idea, whoops, excuse me, the idea is you could put it in the RV and put the panel out. Oh, thanks, Unicorn. We'll take care. We'll see you next time. And then you could just have a swamp cooler in the RV when you don't have power. You don't want to run your generator. So yeah. Anyway, well, that's really all I have to say tonight. I just wanted to rehash that. So if you guys have some ideas, I'd love to hear it. Post your favorite videos in my comments, and I will share some. Hey, Jeff. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate you subbing. Thanks, Travis. Like I said, post your favorite videos in my comments, and I'll share some on the community, and we'll get you all built up. We'll get you all big YouTubers. So have a good night, everybody. And I will see you probably not, maybe not tomorrow, but the next night for sure. So about the same time, usually about 7 o'clock. So everybody have a great night.